Good morning, all of you. I'll continue with the numericals on the electromagnetism. Fine. Just I picked up all small thinking problems. Yesterday we did some lengthy, little bit today. Small objective one, especially meant for exam, not for something even for not for assignment. Question within 2-3 minutes you have to crack it. This level of questions is what I picked up. So just try to read question and analyze situations. Hardly 1 or 2 problems are there where they are lengthy. Remaining all 2-3 minutes we are supposed to manage. Read the question. Yeah, fine. Very first, try to understand question. Okay, there's a coin. I made it. There's a cylinder. So how let's assume current in this. So here now, magnitude 2 Tesla varies in direction such a way that it is always perpendicular to the loop area. I think diagram. We'll make one simple diagram. Let me construct a diagram a little bit. It'll be much easier. No, these are the coils. Fine. This is so how the magnetic field will be directed in such a way that it will be always perpendicular to plane of coil. Let me assume current I. How the dipole moment? The dipole moment will be directed like this. Okay, agreed now. So this will be the dipole moment. Now there'll be torque along this axis.
Magnetic field is perpendicular to loop area.
Actually, sir.
Always I think it should be tangential to plane, no? Then only torque due to dipole moment will come.
Yes, sir. So the question is wrong.
Perpendicular to area vector, sir. I think it should be area vector.
I'll do one thing. I'm unable to hear you. No.
It should be perpendicular to area vector, sir.
The question does not mention area vector, sir. Loop area. Like
No, one thing.
perpendicular to that plane.
I'll do one thing. Perpendicular to plane. See, anything B bar should be tangential. Then only torque due to dipole moment will come. No, so I'll make it tangential. Huh? Okay, I didn't say this. Pink color is there. Yeah, okay. I'll make change. No problem. Tangential to loop area or perpendicular to the area vector. It should have been that one, huh? Maybe it's let me put tangential to loop area. This will be better.
Let me get into this one. So this axis, so torque due to dipole moment will be like this. So there should be some external torque. Then only that constant angular velocity omega is possible. So for that, what is the power? Power equal to torque external into omega. So torque external should be equal to torque due to dipole moment. Then only angular velocity will be constant. Torque due to dipole moment Ni. This should be, let L be the length of the cylinder. Let R be the radius. Into omega. I think solving this, the power will get it.
Magnetic field. B should be in the denominator.
B is there, no? B, 1B, B is also there. Yeah. Area, that I think he has given area. I need not to do this. This. Two RL is area, no? Small idea-based problems. Nothing is there. Just you have to crack that idea.
Area they gave directly, sir, 0.45.
Okay, that's what I'm writing, no, in the NDA.
Okay, sir.
We'll try to solve that 25 questions because just I wanted to share some various different things. A current of 25 ampere uniform directed parallel to positive x-axis. Okay, there's a B bar is given. So we'll give name for these structures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 1, 2, 6, 7, 3, 4 will not experience force, and force experienced by 2, 3 and 6, 5 will be equivalent opposite. Altogether it will be only 4, 5. So the total force should be force experienced by only 4, 5. So B into side length L into current. B is how much? 2.
Sir, 2, 3.
2, 3 and 5, 6 will be equivalent opposite, no?
Okay, sir.
20 J. B bar current 20 minus 20 J or okay, this one minus 20 J. Three, 4 will be parallel to B bar, no? F12, F12, F34, F67 will be 0. F23 bar and F56 bar will be equal and opposite, will cancel out. Okay. You'll do one thing, you'll give lambda. See, what are the things? You'll ask you to calculate instantaneous acceleration. So F net by lambda into the total length, perimeter. Lambda into X. So calculate the total length of the wire. You'll get that instantaneous acceleration. Will there be any torque? That also you have to check it. Force on 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 5, 6 will be equal and opposite. and force will be acting on this one. So check for resultant how that forces will set up a torque. If at all they set up torque about what point? About center of mass of the system. Of course, there's 1, 2, and 6, 7. Don't consider. Only 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only that much you have to take it. Calculate its center of mass. About that center of mass, torque will be set up. You have to be careful. More than one option. I'll ask you all these things. Okay, this force will be force on this will be in this direction. Not visible. We'll take red color here. F23. Force on F54 will be in this direction. Like this. And the force on this will be in this direction. So look at the center of mass of system. About that, you should calculate the torque. I can ask you, also ask you. So calculate. One, 2, and 6, 7 are not rods because only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 you have to calculate. Calculate torque on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, try to think. Now all this. Yesterday I just gave some small idea. Okay, now you should apply that particular thing here. Okay, we'll straight away take the triangle. There's a length L by 2. This height is what I needed. 30 degrees. Cos 30 equal to h by L, h equal to L root 3 by 2. Fine. Then what is the area of this triangle? Okay, this is the area of the triangle. Okay, charge flows. So shall we assume that a current is flowing? So due to that, torque due to dipole moment is set up. Fine. No, let's get into mathematics. So torque equal to MB, because angle between them will be 90. Torque due to this is a dipole moment. That dipole moment is how much? I into small I into area into B. Okay, further, what is area? L square root 3 by 4 into B. Okay, there's a torque due to dipole moment. Now, for what duration this torque will act? Very small duration of time. So therefore, this torque into dt should be equal to angular impulse. That should be equal to change in angular momentum. I'll write definition. Angular impulse is equal to change in angular momentum. What is angular impulse? Torque into dt. It was initially, it was a test. It will acquire this one. So therefore, I should go for moment of inertia. About which axis it will rotate? About x-axis, xx dash into omega. Initially, it was a test, no? So therefore, I'll put 0. Okay, this torque, we'll write it IL square root 3 B by 4 into dt. Moment of inertia 2 into m L square by 3 sine 30 whole square. That of the rod will be mh square. Now from where this is, so if this is the axis, moment of inertia of this rod, it is having mass m. Look at, see this, mass m and length l. How much it should be? ml square sine square 30, sine square or cos square 30, cos square 30, sorry. Two rods are there. So therefore you get 2 that one. And then what is this mh square? This particular, what is moment of inertia of this rod? At what distance this particular rod m is there? At a distance h, mh square is there. Okay, let's substitute all. What to do now? Is asking omega, no, but we don't know dt and I. So what is the charge q? Q shall we write it as I into dt. So there's everything. I into dt. This will be 2m L square 3 cos square. This will be 3 by 4 root 3 by 2 3 by 4 plus m h square L square 3 by 4. So this will become L square root 3 b by 4 q. 3 get cancels. So 1, 2. Anybody value of this?
5m L square by 4.
Okay, I think we'll get omega. L square get cancels. Omega, no, only. So root 3 b q by 5m. Okay, some different things. Actually, we did for rod the same idea I brought for the loop. So I think that moment of inertia, please do remember, whenever this torque due to dipole moment comes, no, they're going to help you a lot. Moment of inertia about xx dash. This is theta, put theta 30 degrees. This theta, if you make it 0, it will become ml square by 12, ml square by 3. In terms of theta, it will come, no? If you want, I'll write cos 30 theta. Theta will be 30 degrees. I'll write 1. Agree this? No? I'll take the next one. This will be very simple. I just picked up. It's a long wire. It's a long wire. So this will tend to infinity. Proceed now. So altogether, we have 3 elements, no, here. What are the 3 elements? 1, 2, 3, and 4. The field due to the net field at O is asking. It's there in IDO. So this will be B12 bar, B23 bar, B34 bar. B12 bar, semi-infinite wire, should be mu naught I by 4 pi r, whatever the direction will be minus j cap. B23 mu naught I by 4r, it will be minus, I think this is k cap. K cap, this will be minus I cap. B34 should be 0. Why B34 0? Because the point O lies on the axis of this wire. The vector sum of this is what the resultant magnitude. Different segments of that particular thing will lie in different plane. So split up, don't go for complete that one. So 1, 2 is one part of a wire. 2, 3 is another part of a wire. Due to individual parts, calculate the field, take vector sum. This is the approach. I'll scroll down. And this also already discussed, I just brought once again. This is is asking the torque. So what is the approach we have to bring it here? Means, shall we do one thing? We will no. Yeah, visible. What shall we do? Shall we go for calculating force on each arm? Force on each arm. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 arms are there. And we have given that magnetic field. We'll calculate force on each arm. Then we'll locate the point about which torque is set up. I think that'll be very lengthy. Instead, what happen? Go for equal and opposite elements. There's a very important concept, can be asked in advance. Please do remember this such standard ideas. So the current I think you should construct a closed loop and a minimum current elements has to be assumed, not maximum. I think during our regular class, I assumed many things, but actually it should be minimum one. You cannot assume how many you want. I think that was the discussion we had earlier. Okay, call this one. We'll give number 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. We'll calculate the net dipole moment of this element. Should be equal to M1, 2, 3, 4. Next M3, 5, 4. Then 1, 4, 5. So we know area and we know the current also. M1, 2, 3, 4. So each is 10 centimeters. So 0.01, 0.01 into current is how much? 10. Okay, this will be I cap. M354, M354. Okay, this should be the (0.005). into 10 j cap 0.005 10 into this will be k cap. So 0.1 I cap. This is m bar. Torque equal to m bar cross b bar. Possibility of asking such things in exam, if you check the advance, we don't have any question like this. Possibility of asking. This is one very important idea. So take cross product and get the magnitude. You can also calculate the potential energy. If potential energy is minimum, then it will mean torque zero, net force, net. What about the net force? Net force must be zero. Can we directly conclude, or can we have to work out? So we know current carrying loop kept in a uniform, and if we look at the field, it's a uniform. Net force must be zero. There's no other way. But so like a different segments are in different plane. Let it be. There's also a loop. No, a current carrying loop kept in a uniform main field. Net force should be zero. Net torque zero, potential minimum, stable equilibrium it will be. Net force zero, net torque zero, potential maximum, it will be unstable. If net torque non-zero, not in equilibrium. So no question of equilibrium discussing. Please recollect some ideas what we had earlier. Later in the end, I'll bring problems where we'll be talking about all these things. Okay, there's a coil of N turns. Radius of this, let it be R. At center, from the center, coil is B1 and field at the center is B2. So let me take these are the points. So what is the magnetic field at the center? We know it is mu naught I by 2R. N will be there. What is magnetic field on the axis? This will become axis, no? Mu naught I, mu naught I. This will be R square by 2R square plus H square. H is very much less than R. The condition is what he has put it. So substitute H equals 0. Then you should get back the original equation, this one. So it's asking then the value of B2 minus B1 by B2.
We should
so
do approximation.
That's all. Where no after calculation, now don't do here anything.
Down it will be 3 by 2, sir. Power 3 by 2.
Okay, this is, I forgot, yeah. So now B2 minus B1. So this will be some, I'll call that quantity as B1 by B2. So N mu naught I by 2 will get eliminated. So therefore this will be 1 by R by R you can take common. R cube, R cube, R cube. So this will be the thing, that one, that quantity. H very much less than R. So this we can write it as 1 plus 1 minus, no, it is.
R will not be set.
Or will not be there. Huh?
The second step in the denominator, R square by
No, here R square, if I take it, R cube will come outside, no?
sir in the second term, in the second expression, 1 minus 1 by R divided by R should be R square.
This will be R square.
Correct on this?
No, okay. Yeah, fine. It should be R square, no. Okay, this should be no. R cube will come. Huh? Wait. Yeah, fine. There should be R cube will be there. R cube, then R cube will get cancelled. It will be there this much. Yeah. We're getting different answer. Huh? What is the thing? Let me check other options are there. 3
Sir,
H square to R square.
There is a mistake in the numbering set. Like B2 is at the center and B1 is at the distance H.
From the center of the coil is B1. Oh,
You got minus extra, no, sir, in the last.
Let me read question. Huh? From the center at a point lying a small distance H. Okay, this is a 1. No? 2. So this I'll make it 2. This is 1. B1, B2.
It is better to change the question, sir.
Okay, I'll do one thing. Everything we have to do, no? This is B2, this is B1, V2, keep, no? From the center of coil is, I'll change question pa. Why all this one? Okay. Mod of that I'll ask.
There also you should change, sir. B2 minus B1 by B1.
Mod I put it.
Yes, sir, in the denominator.
B2 by B1 by B1. Huh?
Now it is right.
Okay, here also things will change, no? Again.
We won't get the answer in the correct, like we won't get the correct answer, sir, anyway.
I'll do one thing. We'll retain question, huh? Because I'll be giving wrong information.
keep mods are enough. For that expression, B2 minus B1 by B2.
Center of the coil is no B2, B1's terms itself we are changing, no? I'll change it. I'll make changes. Y2 B2. This will be B2. This will be B1. 1 minus B1 by B2. I'll rewrite things. 1 minus B1 will be, n will get cancelled. So R square by 3 by 2. This will be 1 by R. So this will become 1 plus h square by r square to the power of 3 by 2. H is very small, so 1 minus 1 plus 3h square by 2r square. Okay. Small idea based problems. Do we have any direct formula for a ring? We know. No. Similarly, for square frame, what is the magnetic field at the center? So what is the formula? You should take help of mu naught I 4 pi r sine alpha plus sine beta. What is the distance from the, I think first we'll just have a idea for square frames. So straight away we can apply things. If a current I flows here. So what is R? R is the distance from where we are calculating the field. At the center we are calculating. So this is B naught. So what is alpha beta then? Alpha beta are the angles subtended by the ends, line joining the ends. Yeah, alpha beta will define that also. If you take this is alpha, this will be beta. Okay, alpha beta should be how much? 45 degrees. So mu naught I 4 pi. There's a square loop of side 2r. So this will become capital R. Oh, let it be general. Yeah. So this will be 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. So this will be 2 by root 2. Mu naught I 2 root 2 pi r. So look at the current. So the small gaps you can neglect. Sorry, a small gap is there. So still you can treat this is one square frame. And there's another, so current will enter here now. So this is one square frame. There's another square frame. So how the field due to inner and outer one? So the net field at O will be due to inner minus due to outer. Due to inner, so capital R you write it. Due to outer, it should be 2R. Yeah.
Should
4
be
times.
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times here. So actually, we should not take help of the formula. You should not go for any integration here. This is something, but so like here's a small gap is there. It is assumed that it's a very narrow. You need not to mention in exam. I'm making things very clear. You treat this is one square frame, this as one square frame, and you have to work out the problem. Often confusion for you in exam because say, there's nothing like you don't have a concept because you don't want to take risk of negative marking. No? So what about this gap? If he mentions this distance, okay, then you can't use this formula. Then individually due to each one you calculate angle subtended by it. I'm making things clear. Due to inner, so let be positive. Due to inner one, it will be out of the plane. Due to outer one, it will be into the plane. So check the resultant of that. Then you can decide the net field in what direction it will be. I'll scroll down. Simple. Let's see how you. It's a spiral. I'll draw some big diagram. Yeah. He has given specifically this condition. With respect to this center O, these distances are given. So this is R1, this is R2. Now how to, so shall we take small element first, then we'll integrate?
Effective length.
Effective length. So what is the formula? F equal to I L bar cross B bar. So when you move from here to here, what is the effective length? So call this is A, O, B. So in the formula, what happen? Effective length has to be replaced. I into L bar cross B bar, no? So what is L bar? L bar should be equal to LAB. So this should be equal to R1 plus R2. And B bar anyway, it is in this direction. So the force will be equal to I into R1 plus R2 into B naught. Especially advanced objective questions, very, you have to be very, very careful. Read the next one. Now the value of external induction field at which the coil ruptures is 500K Tesla something. External induction field at which the coil ruptures, at which something is sentence missing. At which the coil rupture is. So find the value of K. What is this particular thing is asking something. And some of the standard things, you know it, please better to remember the standard things. Let me take in this way. Why not perfect circle? Okay, there's a ring. So this is the, once again, I'm revising it. Already you might have come, you know this one. So this is the angle theta. I think at many places you have come across this particular diagram. So here, let's assume that there's a radius R. So here, let I be the current flowing inside this, in this ring. So I'll put B bar out of the plane. So everywhere here, the magnetic field like this, it is immersed. It's a very important question where many other ideas can be linked with this one. So how this particular element will experience a force, the magnetic force, BL force will be in this direction. Then inside here, tension is set up. This will be tau. This will be theta. So we will balance this BIL force this particular component of tension. In surface tension, so many when the ring is rotating, in thermal expansion, in EMI chapter, rotation mechanics, at several places you have come across this. So 2t sine theta. What is df? B into I into dl. dl is what? Theta is very small, we'll write theta. So dl also is this one. So dl should be equal to r2 theta. So what is t equal to? BIR. Better remember, surface tension also it has come, the tension in the ring. Okay, there's a BIR. So now what he's asking, the breaking stress. So here look at this part. If you want, you just, it will be like this, no? So how the tension will act here? The tension will act normal to surface area. So let this be the area A. Then we define Young's modulus equal to T by A by strain. It didn't ask change in radius. It's asking only the breaking stress of copper. The value of external induction at which it will break up here, that one. So therefore, the breaking stress should be equal to T by A. What is T? BIR. Substitute all this, sigma m we know, area of cross section of substituting all this, we'll get the magnetic field which is required to rupture. So what do you mean by rupture? It's going to get cut. Cracks will come. Where do cracks? At several points. No, don't think the only here. You take element here, again cracks. So cracks, where do it come? At several points. Fine. Rupture means here fracture, or you can say cracks will come. Or it may get cut. It may get cut. Read the question. So simple idea is there. There are two wires are there where the current is at PQ, 2.5 ampere, 1 ampere. So the wires are started by 3 meter and there's a point charge is there moving with a velocity V. Electron is telling and experience a force of magnitude. Why electron will experience a force? Because any moving charge particle in a magnetic field will experience a force. So therefore, what is the formula? F is equal to F equal to Q V bar cross B bar. The value of force, we know it. And we are very sure how the B bar will be, the net B bar. I think I'll give a small diagram. This current we know, I1, this unknown thing. This is 3 meter, this is 2 meter. Charge particle is here having a velocity. The net field will be in this direction. Now first, let me know what is the angle between V bar and B bar? 90 degree. So therefore the force should be equal to QVB sine 90 degrees. This force we know. The value of current is asking. So this will be mu naught I charge of electron. So better write E. He has given. Substitute all this, solve for I. The position between PR at which a third long parallel wire carrying current 2.5 ampere may be placed such that magnetic induction at R is 0. So where it should be is telling. the net magnetic field should be 0. So the point charge should not experience a force. Between PR is telling, so PR, so it can be anything. So the net field, again, I should bring a wire, we should produce a field. So the B bar like this, B dash should be like this, no? Then only there's a possibility of net field becoming 0. So current I naught, you write it, or I3. Sorry. This is I1. This is unknown thing, no? Yeah. Can we calculate this? So shall we write X? We don't know that. We'll take it to be X, that one. So the net field should be 0, no? So therefore this will be mu naught I1 10 pi mu naught I2 4 pi minus mu naught I3 2x 2 pi x. So we know value of all I2. I2 I calculated from this, the equation 1. Then I'll substitute that I2 value here. I3 we know. Solving for x will get the required answer. All these are some grand test questions. I just picked up. Plus or minus 1 meter. I2 4 ampere. Option B is given. So, okay, fine. Yeah, some good question. So slowly take pen paper, read question, take pen paper, draw plain diagrams, not 3D diagrams. Question little bit, we need some more than 5 minutes. Read the question first properly. Don't get scared, so much of data, it's a time varying field. For that interval of time, the direction of field will change. First, what is the time period of revolution of a charged particle in magnetic field? 2 pi m by qb, no? That should be the time taken to complete one revolution in a magnetic field, 2 pi m qb. Look at now first data, pi m by qb naught. For half of the time interval, the field will be switched on, the direction will be along minus z axis. Then complete one of revolution to complete. So first we'll give the sequences like this. So this will write it 1, 2, I think that this is what is there, 1, 2, 3. Because for t greater than b0, for t less than that, only after 2 pi m cube b naught, the electric field will come into picture. So let's get into the axis, no? Plain diagram, better plain diagrams will little bit help us a lot. We can save a lot of time. In exam, this will be really challenging question. So we have to be alert. That's all here. Read and get that one. So where it will start, let it start from origin. Is a positive charge particle. We'll take it. Then first B bar, this is x-axis. This is a y-axis. It's going to go in a everywhere B bar, no? Okay, this is situation 1. So it is going to revolve in a half a revolution, it will complete. Let me show charge particle. Here. Then what is the radius of this? Should be R. So this is R, this R. So we'll call this is origin, we'll call this as point P1. So what is the time at t equals 0 it was here? For after what time it will be here? Pi m TOP, I'll write it. TOP1 pi m by q b naught. What is R equal to? mv naught by q b naught. Electric field will come into picture later on. Now, once it reaches at point P1, the direction of B bar will be J cap minus J cap. How the velocity, it is projected with a velocity V naught. It will have that velocity V naught. So getting to the next part of the problem, J cap. So here, how the force will be acting along positive Z axis. And it's going to revolve in which plane? XZ plane. Next after this is going to revolve in XZ plane. So we should have a diagram of XZ plane. So second part, I'll take the second part here. Z axis we have to. I think I'm correct, assuming correct diagram. YZ plane, I have to show it, no? The particle will move like this and will come like this. I should stand here, I should look at here. So if I stand here and look at here, no, it should be XZ plane. Yeah, it will be. We can't show y-axis, no, again. No, it will be at not at origin, no? So it should not at origin, because the particle is here, no? So I should not show origin. It'll come like this. If I show, then you'll start thinking origin it is. Okay, I got an idea. Minus y plus y, z axis. So the particle will again come and touch the y-axis. Try to see the diagram. I think more than this, not possible for me, but I'll draw a line parallel. If you are able to imagine, well and good. So this should be the same distance. So this is 2r, no? This is 2r. On the z-axis, it will be. Okay, fine. This is the point P1. Not working. Yeah. This is the point P2. And how it will have velocity? It will cross z-axis. It will be crossing the, like it will have velocity along x-axis here. At P2, the particle will have velocity along x-axis. Now what will happen? So what is the time taken to move from T P1, P2? It should be pi m by q b naught. Okay, now the magnetic field got switched off. Here now the magnetic field will be, magnetic field is directed like this. The magnetic field got switched off. Then who will come into picture? The electric field will come. How the electric field will be? Minus E naught k cap. It will be along that axis. So what is the coordinate of point P1? First we'll get the coordinate of point P1. P1 coordinate 0, 2r, 0. Am I right? Coordinate of point P2?
0, 2r, 2r.
2r, 2r. At least I think you, if I'll write coordinates, you should be able to imagine. And now how the velocity of particle will be? Along positive x-axis. At P2, particle I think in exam also, you should not bother about going for diagram. If you are able to imagine, well and good, or better take fingers and analyze. And now electric field is switched on. So what we have to do now, I think it's a projectile motion problem. It is a where is the coordinate 0, 0, 2r, and E bar is into the plane. So let's go to the, let's take the same thing here only. This is x-axis, this is the y-axis. E bar will be everywhere into the plane. E naught, and look at the particle. Particle will have is it okay? This I think I'll be showing wrong information, but no other way. Okay, I'll remove y-axis better. Yeah. Tell me like what all the things that will happen. Yeah, not given gravity, so leave gravity here. No. So it will experience electrostatic force along z-axis. So how do it will move? It will move in a parabolic path. For what time? For t greater than 2 pi m q b naught. When passing through xy plane. So tell me, what shall I write? Passing through xy plane. I think it will not be at y-axis. So this will be wrong information. So what will happen to here? Here it will get accelerated, no? And it will have velocity. So then it will describe parabolic path and come and strike the xy plane. I think that this will also be, I'll be giving wrong diagram. I think it will describe parabolic path and it will fall. So if you take the ground as xy plane, I think I'll better, if you are able to imagine, it will be, I'll be happier because I'm finding very difficult to draw a diagram. The particle is here. This is 2r. This is a velocity v naught. And it is having electrostatic field is directed like this. Okay, now it's asking after what, like where do it will strike this one? So definitely it should be a projectile motion. And we'll strike here. So this is the x coordinate will come like this. This is the. Anybody?
Option.
Okay, now this is 2r. Okay, along y-axis, shall we calculate the time taken to fall into the xy plane? It will describe accelerated motion. So 2r is equal to this. I'll remove this. Huh? Yeah, we'll go for this one. 2r equal to q e naught by 2m t p2 p3 square. Okay, there's a time what we'll get it. R equal to mv naught by qb, we'll get a time. Then afterwards, the along x-axis should be v naught into t p2 p3. Now first we'll calculate this. So I'll substitute, then we'll go for. So 2v naught. Check it now. So from substitute the value of r. What should be the y coordinate?
2r.
2r.
2r only. Y are only 2 coordinates. So coordinates of point P, point P3 will be, I'm putting coordinate of point 3 will be x comma 2r comma 0. Two mv naught v naught. Okay, q also will come outside. eb naught. 2 mv naught q v naught eb naught 2 mv naught. I think option A shall I pick up? Such numericals we have to fight with the diagrams. So I think in exam I do suggest, because this diagram, no, instead of putting effort diagram, better to imagine. If you're able to imagine, it'll be very easy for you to write equation rather than putting effort on diagram. Because as a teacher, I want to explain, I'm going for diagram, but I suggest students must take the imagination. Their imagination, with that, what they should write equation, because you can save time. This is the XY plane, I'll write it. Shall we put it? So is it okay? To some extent, I think, okay, from y-axis, it should not fall, no? Okay, this should be the y, this should be the z. It will fall onto the y coordinate will be there. Okay, yeah. Z coordinate should be 0, no? Yeah. Okay, the last diagram. Okay, let me take the next one. See, there's some general discussion. I'll make it. It'll be easy for you. If there's a sheet, this will be a sheet, and it's a long sheet that we do represent like this. So there's a, please first develop a into the plane or outer plane, anything that will be. So what is this? The sheet they represent like this. Then actually the meaning of it will be, so here Okay, the sheet do appear like this. Huh? There's a long sheet. It'll be infinite. Infinite means you can put it like this. There's a long. So here is what current carrying. A current I will be flowing. So this will have a width. So we know it's a long current carrying sheet. So this end will be infinity. This will be infinity. There's the one thing. So we know how to calculate field here by using Ampere's circuit law. And if it's a finite, we can calculate field here. Will I agree? If it's a finite, we can calculate field. Even if it's a finite, we can calculate here. So what is the method? We'll assume one element here. And we'll assume element here. Then what we do? We'll calculate the field at this particular point. Then I'll integrate. We can calculate field here also. The same sheet, I can bend it, no? If I bend it, how do it appear? It'll be like this. Why not? Okay, that, yeah. And now if you bend it, the sheet will appear like this. The same sheet I can bend it. Then if I bend it, no, so it'll come off like this. So that then I may ask you to find out the field at this point. So how do this? It's a sheet. It's not a wire. It's a off cylindrical pipe. In exam, no help will be there. The diagram will be only this much. Are you getting that? Off cylindrical pipe? Pipe, all of you know. So you cut it. So the sheet will appear like this. Now, I've seen maximum students unable to understand the diagram. They're left questions. Because what is there in mathematics? Integration only. So nobody will give an exam of this kind. This will be the axis. So please do have the imagination of various structures. That's what I feel like in exam, because this will be the axis. Better to not bring here. This will. So please go through all some structures of this kind. Now, that particular same sheet, instead of this off cylindrical pipe, no, quarter cylindrical pipe it is. Is it okay? So shall we give name? Quarter pipe. I think cylindrical I need not to say, just I'll say pipe. Quarter long pipe. What to do? How to calculate the field on the axis? O is axis, sir. There's axis. So what is the method? So we'll assume two elements here. Then the angle subtended by it. Then I'll calculate the field due to, first field due to this, next field due to this. I'll assume that current into the plane everywhere. So I'll calculate field due to this element here, field due to then resultant, then I'll integrate. The same method is what I should apply. So it's a quarter circular pipe, quarter long circular pipe. I have to show quarter, no? If I had completed, I would have got this much here. Please do understand. So this will be the thing, that one. So this is the quarter circular. So again, what is the method I should follow? I'll assume two elements here also. I'll assume two symmetrical elements. Then I'll find out the field due to them. Let this be theta. Let this be theta. If see one easiest way. So this diagram after getting this one, if the element were here, tell me how the field would have been due to this element. It would have been along x-axis. Able to make it out? It would have been along x-axis. If I display the element like this, so even the field also what pen will get displayed. So this is element 1, element 2. So dB1, how dB1 will be? dB1 will be like this, making an angle theta. Similarly, if the element were here, the field would have been like this, along x-axis. If I slightly display the element, so even the magnetic field should rotate. Any reason? Because the magnetic field vector should be perpendicular to radius vector. There's a rule, no? How B bar and R bar, this one should be perpendicular. So what should be the field due to the other element? Due to other element. And dB1 is equal to dB2. So net field is how much? Mu naught I di into 2 pi r. Now what is di? We don't know di. Total current is I, no? How much of current in this small strip? So I think current per unit width will define it. So lambda, what is current per unit width? So this should be equal to how much? Pi r by 2. So 2I by pi r. So di I can write lambda into ds. Okay, getting into the calculation now. So net field along y-axis will be 0. Both are equal. So the net field should be equal to 2 dB1 cos theta. dB1 should be mu naught lambda ds 2 pi r into cos theta. 2 get cancelled, so mu naught lambda pi r ds will be r d theta. Now what should be the limit? The field at point 2.
0 to pi by 4.
0 to pi by 4. I think better do remember anything. Already they have asked in mains, not advanced. You check it, this question is there in mains. He has asked for this half cylindrical pipe. The field at point 2. Okay, this integrate and solve it, you'll get this one. R will be there, no? R will not. Okay, that one. Okay, after this, mu naught lambda pi cos theta. This will be sine theta, sine 1 by root 2. Lambda substitute. So mu naught I lambda is how much? I 2I by
pi r.
Let me write directly answer. Root 2 mu naught I pi square r will be there. Okay, so this should be the answer. The field, how it will be directed? Along x-axis only. Either off cylindrical pipe or quarter cylindrical pipe. For full pipe, anybody for full pipe, the field inside that will be 0, no? In the axis of the pipe by Ampere circuit law. Take the next one. Some Young's modulus ideas, elasticity I'm bringing into picture. Already we discussed one slight modification using in that. intentionally he has given diagram like this. So once if you switch on magnetic field, what will happen to that loop? What shape it will take? Anybody wants to answer?
Ring.
It will be ring. So start with the ring directly. Okay, this will be the ring. So we will break up this. No. So let me assume two elements. Okay, let this be theta. Why it will become ring? Because of radial outward force due to Ampere force, this one. So how do the magnetic field everywhere is into the plane? A current I is flowing. So this particular element will experience a force in this direction. So BI/R d theta. Let me write directly here. So therefore, net resultant force on the on ME like a half of the ring. I'm interested in this half part of the ring. Will be along y-axis. Agree this? This will be. So now for equilibrium of half of the ring, let me take only half of the ring, not full ring. Let me go for only half of the ring. Can I bring? No, possible. Huh? Let it be. I'll draw the diagram. Let's talk about only half of the ring. You see, no? At this particular point, the tension will act. This tension should balance that particular force, no? There's another way of thinking. Any other questions they may ask, I'm just making you to think like that. Otherwise, we can write what is the tension? Tension is BIR. Am I right? What is R? R will be the radius of the ring. There's another way of thinking on this particular problem. So for equilibrium of this, what we can write, this should be equal to BIR d theta cos theta. What should be the limit? 0 to 2, it will be 0 to pi by 2. Two elements I picked up. Fine. If you don't try 2 here, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Solve this, you'll get same thing, what we did earlier. Any other application questions may ask where we have to think like this. That's why I'm just showing in different way. Otherwise, again, the same idea, we can proceed here. So you assume a small, where it is, ring. Yeah, you can do like this also. So especially in some rolling motion problems here and there, we have to think in that the other approach, what I'm showing now. Okay, let's proceed now further. Okay, this now we know tension. So what this tension does now? So the length of the wire, earlier it was length of the wire is L0, no? So what is it now? Perimeter, what be the length of the wire will be? So length of the wire, let L be the length of the wire. Length of elongated wire due to tension. So this length shall we write 2 pi r. I'll replace that r. This will be bi L by 2 pi. Keep this much in the end. Earlier length was L0. Now it has become, because it got elongated, so the new length is L. That I'm finding out. So BIL by 2 pi. Okay, now let's come to the Young's modulus. How you define Young's modulus? T by area of cross section, any symbol? Area of cross section. Small a by change in length by original length. So therefore delta L by L naught should be equal to T by AY. Delta L should be equal to TL naught by AY. T is how much? BIL 2 pi L naught AY. What is length? It should be L naught plus delta L, no, some elongation. Let me substitute this value. So BI that L is what we assumed it, no? So therefore I had to replace that also. Let's solve for L. Is asking find the tension in the wire. Even this, you can ask questions, sir. Why can't R is not given? I say, what is the problem? If he has given radius of the ring, I would have gone. This would have been the answer. We have to calculate tension. We don't know R. What is R? Okay, in terms of length, we don't know this L. L and R are assumed. Now, this is the idea of the problem. At least now you are getting. Okay, let's solve for L. This should be equal to now this value of L, I'm going to substitute in this equation 1. Let's write 1 by 1 whole 2. Put 3 in 2, we'll get the required answer. This question, to be frank, it really troubled me a lot, no? Because I was thinking some other, I think so here he has asked conditions of like this, because the R is not defined. We can, yeah, BI L naught 2 pi, yeah. What happened? Some options not matching. Okay, this one. Now you binomial expansion, you can do it. If you want to, you can do binomial expansion, bring it to the numerator.
We don't know the values now, sir. We can do only if it's very much less than 1.
Okay, I think that this will be, I'll remove option. It will give wrong thing. Okay, then this will be justified. Again, we have to put a condition. We'll just leave this. Okay, this can be the tension. Be careful. Some applications can come of any of this kind. Shall I scroll down? Oh, we'll take the few more. 13th only. Yeah, target was 25. Yeah. With the RC circuit, I'm bringing some. Okay, read the question. We have, there's a dielectric slab. See, I do have another some around 1000 questions on electromagnetism. And so already you check it, no? Like the collection of questions, like from the various books, then everything, no? So easily come around, I have my own some around 1500 are there. Say I did some experiment This is almost my this is my 20th year, you can say. In one of the year I taught 400. In one of the year I taught 800. In one of the year I taught around only 200 due to some various reasons. The amount of rank what happened didn't matter much. Are you getting my point? So don't take it this negatively. What I mean to say is like there is some minimum is there. So if a teacher discusses some minimum problem, that minimum problem is sufficient to get a better rank. How about that minimum, what you do, the benefit will be very less. The percentage of benefit will be very less. Suppose I feel like, sir, what is the minimum you can suggest? Some I think around 400 problems, questions of different ideas. What are there in books, teacher notes from teaching, everything, what all you learn, no? There is enough for per chapter, 400. I feel this is also very big, different ideas. Actually, to be frank, if a teacher is very confident, you'll put 200 only. And student also, that one, 200 questions are enough per chapter. This is what I feel. Or 200 ideas, different ideas are there, 200 ideas are there. Once you go through this, afterwards you prepare 300, 400 or 1000, no? The percentage increase in rank will be less than 5%. Means instead of like a 200 questions you prepared, okay, you are going to get say like a anywhere from I'm not sure, it can be all India first rank, it can be all India 1000 rank, anything that one. So below 1000, it's no doubt. Sir, instead of 300, I'll prepare it. Things are same. Suppose a student has prepared 200 questions, he got around say some 65th rank. That one. If he has prepared 300, he may get 62 rank. Or he has prepared some 800 questions. So he may end up with 60th rank. The difference is less. So the minimum threshold, once a student reaches, afterwards what he reads, it's immaterial. So this is what happening. So what students, what happened, what all the standard ideas he should not forget. 200 and putting. You read 400, good numericals you did, but all things you have forgotten, go to the exam, no use. This is what happens with the most of the students. They'll read, they'll prepare, they do hard work. And when it comes to exam, they're unable to carry that to the exam. What is the use of this preparation? I don't know. This is what happens for you, writing so many exams, working so many numericals, doing so many assignments, ego satisfaction. What is the productivity? Very less. So I suggest like that strategy is very important. It's not like something, keep on, don't fill up the tank continuously. So once it overflows, what you fill up, it's of no use. So better what happen, the water which is there in the tank, if you can retain, that is enough, no? Instead of adding more water and making it overflow. Chapter to chapter, 200, some chapters may need only 50. You look at the surface tension, I think 40 ideas are enough. Elasticity, around 20 ideas are enough. Please do think some strategies. There are many things are there. So what preparation you are doing, how it will be. I read the question. It is having a charge queue. Okay, let me draw the equivalent circuit because that is very important for us. I am bringing one resistor. Where is the resistor? Not given, and we are bringing it. The dielectric slab will have resistance. So what is R is equal to rho L by A, no? So rho D by L square. This is the resistance. Then what is the capacitance? K epsilon naught L square by D. This is the capacitance. Fine. This much is there. So this was having a charge Q. Then, so it will definitely discharge. We know some discharge, a current will flow. Where do this current will flow? It has to flow through the slab. And we have switched on the magnetic field. Tell me how the flow of current flow of current through a slab. I'll take the same diagram. Okay, this is the keep both the diagrams in the end. So how the direction of flow of current will be? There's a positive plate, there's a negative plate, so the current will flow in this direction. Then B bar we have, so there's a B bar I. So in what direction the slab will experience a force? Will experience a force in this direction. I'll remove this, it will be. So slab is going to experience a force.
The downward current, no, sir.
Charge will flow.
Induction will take place in the dielectric slab. Go from higher potential of dielectric slab.
No, I don't know what you're thinking, just very simple.
For capacitor also same thing. Be from higher potential to lower potential.
So it'll be like this. Huh? You put current in other direction, the force will be towards left. Finish sure. What is there in this one? Huh? I think we need to stress more on this one. Huh? Because there are no any other related things are there. Direction specific is not there this question. Huh? I just assume the current will flow like this. Huh? It will be like this. The equivalent circuit, we have to think in this way. There will be a flow of current here in this direction. That I'm showing in the slab. Okay, there's a force, no? So total momentum attained by the slab after complete discharge. How to do this?
Charge flown from the regulator.
Charge flown. So what is F net? F net equal to BI. It will be BID only, no? Yeah. From where to bring that impulse all idea. Total momentum is telling, only momentum. No integration, nothing, just some carefully we have to analyze the condition here. So what all that impulse? So shall we put like F into delta T? F into dt. So BID into dt. So BD I'll take outside I dt. So I dt is what? The charge. Okay, now B as it is dx. So what is the Q? Q should be equal to C into EMF, no? Epsilon naught L square D into E. D get cancelled, so B L square epsilon naught into there's the EMF of the cell. Actually the slab will come out, no? The capacitance should change.
Sir, was the capacitor charged with the slab or without the slab?
With that only.
Without he gave
When
us
A should come,
Slab, sir. Without slab, sir. Air capacitor.
parallel plate air capacitor he gives.
okay.
Allowed to discharge through a dielectric slab of dielectric constant K and resistivity rho. Then it is disconnected from the battery and allowed to discharge through a dielectric slab of dielectric constant K and resistivity rho as shown in figure. Okay, this may not be needed. Huh? Okay, if we ask like what is the heat generated, no? So where do that heat will go? In the slab itself. Any other questions can be asked here? Huh? I'll take the next one. What shall we do? He's asking time after which the particle will go and collide with the wall. He asked only that much. He didn't bother any other conditions. What type of motion along x-axis? Accelerated motion. Is going to describe accelerated motion. So the distance x naught equal to ax t square by 2. What is ax? Q e naught by m into t square. Now you could you to ask me questions. Why you didn't bother magnetic field? How the path of charge particle will be? This is what I just thought like this, because magnetic field will not do work. Only electrostatic force does work, and what all acceleration along x-axis is only due to this. Will it go in straight line? As if I'm writing equation like that only. So let's go for the path. How the path of that? We have a field here, E naught, and also there's a field here, E naught, and B naught is present. So it is released from rest. So how the charge particle will, because of the force will be acting in this direction. And it will start acquiring velocity V. Agree this? Because E naught, E bar is there along y-axis as well as x-axis. So at any time, so will it move in a, will it move like this? Okay, then we have to also show magnetic force. No, just after some time t0 plus, means just after t greater than 0, definitely due to acceleration likewise velocity. Okay, B naught is there, so this will make an angle theta. Now, what is the path? Definitely what will happen? Will it be perfect helical? And the plane which we are discussing, no, the plane, let it be somewhere here. If there were no electrostatic force and V at an angle theta, then it would have been helical path. But this force order pen will not be, and is it all the time F will be parallel to V? The answer is no. Because after some time, you look at this one after some, because of B bar also it has to deviate. So it will not be helical path. So how the things will be here? So how the magnetic force will act? Velocity. I think somewhere like this. That V bar cross B bar, it should be along Z axis. So Z axis, I'll put it here. So this will be the direction of magnetic force. So there are two forces are there. One force in XY plane, other force along Z axis. Will it be a helical path? The answer is no. It will move in some curved path. Is asking time taken to come and strike this plane. I think I only the acceleration along y-axis will determine that. This one. Still, I can apply this one. Okay, now so I think maximum. See, what we do is we'll try to search the path. We'll try to write that equation. May not be needed in this particular thing. So just to conclude question, okay, this is the best way. What we are thinking. The troublesome questions, especially in exam. Because see, immediately what we'll start thinking in this way. Net force should be equal to electrostatic force plus magnetic force. This is after some time. This should be equal to Q E naught J cap. Then whatever the magnetic force, Q V bar cross B naught I cap. This will be velocity. B cos theta. I'll write it this parameter. I think the moment you start thinking like this and try to solve problem nowhere, what is V again? It's an acceleration. V is what? The speed, no? It will have X and Y component. Substitute all this and try to solve, no? So finish over that one. It's very difficult thing. Please be alert. So some troublesome questions, they'll try to drag you to mathematics, but without any mathematics, you should conclude here. Substitute this as a function of this one, and theta is again depends on with the time. Even this theta is also variable. V as a function of time, like this will get it. Then you see the question will be very complicated. Maths will end up here. Another small question we'll have. Yeah, one more, no? We'll finish off this also. Same, the impulse idea. Square loop is telling, which is free to rotate about axis O dash is suspended in space in which a vertical manifold is present. The mass and length of each side of wire are M and L respectively. A cell of EMF and uncharged capacitor are contained in wireframe. The angular velocity of the wire loop just after closing the key. There's no resistance. So the capacitor, what happened, will get instantly charged. So what is the charge across capacitor? Q equal to CE. This charge will flow. And so what is the current? Current will be Q by T. Will there be any dipole moment? Yes, what is the dipole moment? I into L square. So will there be any torque will act? Torque equal to MB. And will there be any angular impulse will act? Yes, it is. Torque into d theta should be equal to moment of inertia OO dash into omega. So this will be same idea. What we had earlier, the same idea is what we are proceeding. So this should be equal to anybody moment of inertia IOO dash 2 ml square by 3 plus ml square. Then I dt, so BL square integral I dt. So 5 ml square by 3 into omega. What is I dt? I dt should be equal to Q. What is Q further? C into E. (3b) by 5m. Then what is the maximum angle subtended? So when a charge flows suddenly through a wire, linear impulse, angular impulse. If the structure is so adjusted, if the structure is so maintained that it can rotate, means angular impulse. If the structure is free to move, it will be linear impulse. It can happen even it will rotate and also it will move. I think you have to be very careful about the situation given. Suspended means, okay, it can only rotate. Both rotation as well as translative rotative motion also can come. So they may bring a problem. You have to be alert. Okay, we have another 10 questions are there. So I'll add another 10 and we'll try to wind up tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll focus on Ampere circuit law because I think till now I didn't touch Ampere circuit law, remaining all. Ampere circuit law, torque due to dipole moment. Some mixed concept like this, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, thank you all of you. Yeah. Revise all things, fast revision, put effort, revise all the solved examples, think different ideas, analyze it, compare things. Ampere circuit law, you get very good creative questions. You have to very good logical questions. So extra effort you have to put there. Because the concept, see, formula everyone knows. But the way you ask questions, no? So therefore, gather some 10-15 different types of Ampere circuit law and think on them. Tomorrow I'll bring some around 5 to 8 numericals, different one. Okay, bye all of you.